20th anniversary of
Bussy Woods.
Okay, when that record came out, one of the things that first captured my attention was their serenity of the album cover.
Well, that is the
Beautiful.
actual sign back in the day, and yeah, it was just in the suburbs of Illinois. When we were teenagers, you know, we had nothing to do. This was before cell phones and video game. Well, there was Pac-Man and wow.
It's hard.
Yeah, there was Space Invaders, everybody, and there was Pong.
Don't forget Centipede.
Yeah, but you know, we cruised around. I lived the life of that movie Dazed and Confused, pretty much. Cruising around, getting somebody's dad to buy you beer, going to the teen center, you know, and one of the things we did was go to different forest preserves and hang out to get away, just, you know, to have some place to go. I'm sure every teenager had their version of Bussy Woods, whatever it was, you know, whether it was a forest preserve or a park or wherever, you know, so that was ours.
So you're celebrating 20 years and you're playing the whole album in its entirety?
Yep.
How are you enjoying not only revisiting those tunes, but playing them to a whole new generation in a whole new time? And does Bussy Woods even exist, or is there condos and luxury?
It still exists. It's still, yeah, it's still there.
They preserved it?
Yeah, they're not selling.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's nobody selling, you know, acid and black beauties and, you know, anymore there, but it's still there.
Good.
Yeah, you can go there. You can go there, kids. Yeah, it's been really fun. It's been, you know, random that after all these years that we found out that this is the most, you know, popular record we have to date, and out of all the releases we have.
Not even the first one?
No, this has them. If you look on now that you have digital sales and you can track what people are listening to, you can see that this record is the most popular out of everything we have, and you know, people listen to it. So that's why I decided to do it. You know, I was like, we never really had a record release for this back in 1999. So I wanted to do it now. So here it is. Yeah.
And are you enjoying playing this album and the music to a whole new generation that probably discovered it like a month ago?
Yeah, I totally am. Yeah, it's awesome. You know, yeah, it's really fun. It's fun to play to the people that, you know, knew it back then. It's fun to play it to the people that just bought it a month ago.
Keep buying it, by the way.
So, yeah, I am. It's been a lot of fun.
What are we discussing in regards to new music? If I remember correctly, I have my notes here, but I like to use my memory. The last time you released something was 2015?
Yes, that's true.
The title I already forgot. Let's see here. Middle of nowhere, center of everywhere.
Exactly, that's it.
I don't think I have that.
Well,
you have it here tonight? I'm gonna
You
get
can
it.
buy it. Yeah, It's for sale.
What's going on in new music?
New music. We've got some new riffs happening. We've spent this past year just working on Bussy Woods and getting ready for this tour, so it kind of sidelined us with new music. But when we get back, we're going to start focusing.
Do you feel inspired to write new music and record something and get out there? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I still feel like I got some riffs left in there. Yeah.
One of the things that I like about all your releases is, even though you haven't, I mentioned this a lot in my interviews. Thank you for pointing that out, whoever was talking shit the other day. But one of the things that I like to point out is the fact that even though each record is its own entity, you always have the main ingredients of Acid King. Will that be incorporated into this new music that you're going to be creating?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm writing it, you know, it will always have it. Will there be some slight alterations? Yeah, of course.
How do you stay uncontaminated with whatever is happening? And because like now this is popular.
You know, I write.
You seen all the cool people over there?
I write what comes out of me organically. Whatever. I mean, influences from so many different things, but I just jam and I just play, and whatever happens. I don't try to listen to somebody else's record and say, oh, I'm going to play that. I mean, I did that. That's what you do when you first start to write music, and you know, you're learning how to write music. Yeah, you know, you're like, you listen to something and then you play a Metallica chord and then you write your own song from there. You know what I mean? That's how a beginner
Did you play Metallica chords back in the 90s?
In the 80s, in my punk, in my kind of
I pictured you being like a Motorhead Lizzie girl.
Well,
Little Sabbath.
I started out as a punk rocker. I was really into hardcore and punk rock, and then I was into like more pop punk, like Avengers, and
Nice.
then into metal. Then it has phases. So you take all of that classic rock and all of the genres that I was into, and mix it up, and
I'd love to see your vinyl collection.
To me, I call it a cocktail. It's a mix, a dash of this and a dash of that. All the things I grew up with that inspired me along the way.
Do you find that nowadays with all these genres and all these classifications? Because I totally agree with you on that. I mean, we could spend a whole 3 days talking about the different type of music that we listen to. But do you find that nowadays, especially with the internet and these slave iPhones that everyone is, hypnotized by, and genres and classifications and dress and appearance, and that in some way that old school DIY go search for music and get into whatever it is that appeals to you, just as long as it's aggressive and it's rebellious, is almost gone? Or am I just an old fucker that's bitter?
I don't know. I mean, there's always going to be people that play what is it, inspiration to the point of, plagiarism. I don't know. Copying people. They're going to listen to their Electric Wizard. They love Electric Wizard. They kind of sound like Electric Wizard, but a little different. You know what I mean? And that's what's popular right now. So, Sleep, whatever.
That blows my mind.
But
remember when they were broke?
Yes, I do. There's real bands out there that just play what they want to play. But look at it. Took us 7 years, however long we've been together, 26 years to get to this point. Just to do what we wanted to do and not play I don't know, I guess with the formula of what's popular now.
And that indeed is the true wealth, right?
For me, it is. For me, gratification is, writing songs that come from the heart and that people are really into, not like listening to, Sleep and Electric Wizard or, whoever, whatever. I'm just saying those bands because they've gotten very, very popular in the last few years. And so they're very inspirational to a lot of other people now. Listening to them, playing that music for the point of becoming popular.
Right.
I never wrote music for the point to gain popularity, to get a bigger crowd. That still isn't part of the deal.
And that is why I am here on a Friday instead of being home relaxing and avoiding all this madness on the streets, to see you play. Awesome. And celebrate 20 years of, help me out, Bussy Woods?
Bussy Woods. Yeah, well, thank you for the interview.
Here's the deal, kids. Nowadays it's very so-called easy to find heavy, what do they call the genre now? Doomish, stonerish, whatever.
Stoner doom.
Nowadays it's very easy to find hard, heavy music because it's everywhere. I remember when these shows only had like a couple ugly dudes and the bartender. But anyways, that's besides the point. In that, there are very few bands that have lasted, and amongst those, there are very few bands that still have the characteristics of when they started. I would like to say that, Lori, aside from you always being a pioneer and writing good tunes and having me be able to rock out and enjoy your music, I love the fact that you've always stayed true, real, and grounded in a society worldwide of contamination and narcissism and God knows what else.
Well, thank you.
Acid King, make sure you go back and get their discography. You mentioned the new label or your label?
Well, there's really no labels.
How can kids get your old stuff? I know it's reissued.
Yeah, on my website.
Give us the plug.
Yeah. AcidKing.com. Look on the web store. You can buy it all. Yeah.
Lori, I want to thank you for taking time to talk to me.
Thank you.
Pleasure to see you, and I'm looking forward to watching you bash it out there.
Right on.
And with that, kids.